I'm Gabby. Welcome to UTV. You've joined me for what promises to be an incredible One Truth 818 show today. The world's first body cream powered by the groundbreaking TAM 818. Now, it was launched right here on UTV in 2025 and the response has been phenomenal. You've been seeing and feeling the results, right? Tighter, firmer looking arms, smoother thighs, improved elasticity where you thought it was gone, and even a visibly slimming effect on the abdomen. This is truly next level body care. A lush, vitamin-rich, omega-packed, antioxidant-loaded cream that goes far beyond ordinary skincare. TAM 818 isn't just another ingredient. It's backed by $33 million in research, over 11 years in scientific investigation and Nobel Prize winning science. This is a clinically proven skin revolution in a bottle. There's no better partner for your body shaping goals than One Truth 818. So let's dive into the clinical trials and the results and hear from molecular biologist Dr. Bill Andrews. He's going to reveal some really impressive before and after transformations, and we're going to hear directly from people who have tried the product themselves. So if you're a fan of the serum, well, you're going to want to see the results of this body cream. Now, if you buy the 150ml anti-aging body cream, you're going to get 25% off for this month. Now, savings of $52.25 is incredible, but you're also going to get free postage. So let's dive in and meet the One Truth 818 founder, Rachel Dubois. Welcome.
Hi, Gabby. I'm so good. So nice to be here.
So great to be here with this groundbreaking product.
This has just taken off because it is unlike any other body cream is too light a word. It's more like a full body treatment. So people have just gone absolutely nuts for this product. We launched it here on UTV last March. I know you used it for your wedding.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Yep.
I did.
Yep.
And loved it. And we're thinking, wow, the luxury of this skincare is next level. But the science, it's like luxury meets science. The results, I loved it for around my arm area. For me, that was my, you know, the bit that I was a little bit paranoid about.
Absolutely.
My little chicken wingy bits there.
Yeah, I'm here with an arm free today. I mean, I wouldn't have actually done that a year ago, but I've really noticed a difference using the body cream. So, yeah, I'm excited to show it to you.
Incredible. So we're talking about, you know, over 11 years of research and groundbreaking technology, all rolled into a product that is easy to use.
Yes.
You can administer it straight on with one pump. A little bit goes a long way.
Yep.
But how long is it going to be until we start seeing results? Because that's what we want.
Yeah, so most people see results about 3 to 4 weeks in. So it doesn't take too long. And, you know, it might not be that you are seeing a big fat burning reduction. Yes, I said fat burning. We're going to get to that soon. Within 3 weeks, that might take 5 weeks for some people.
Right.
You know, but you'll see a luminosity and a glow to your skin that you probably almost forgot could be there. And we're going to show you some amazing before and afters that tell you exactly how long it took to get those results. Some of them are in 26 days.
Incredible. And I've got to say, it is luxe. It's luxury. It's that, you know, it's not sticky. It's not greasy. It is just luxury meets science. As I said, a lot of people have been using your serums and your product with the TAM 818. Now, this product here has the same amount of ingredient as the serum.
It does.
Right.
So if you love what TAM 818 has been doing to your face, so if you've been using the serum or the atomizer and seen amazing changes there, all independently proven and tested as well to increase elasticity, the collagen that rebuffers, that is all in here.
Okay.
And this show is all about telling you what else is in here as well, because there is so much more. But yeah, this is basically the serum for your body. It's what you knew you wanted, plus so much more.
Now, with our body bits and legs and arms, it might be your elbows or your little chickadee bit, wingy bits underarms there. Why is it that sometimes our skin not on our face, on our body, seems to age a whole lot quicker?
Yeah, good question. Because you can kind of look in the mirror and go, oh, I'm okay from here up, but what is going on? And I think by the time you notice that your body is looking older, it's a couple of things have happened, right? Your metabolism has slowed down. So it means that your circulation has slowed down. And it is what oxygenates your skin, is your circulation and your metabolism. So you can see dry, sallow skin. You know, it can be a little bit flaky. It can just look kind of like that dry earth sort of look. That's all dehydration and a lack of oxygen. So Also, the lack of circulation can cause that orange peel look.
Got you. Okay,
You know,
and that's
so
a big thing
it's
that a
big
lot
one.
of people, even a lot of ladies that I know that are really, really fit.
Yes.
It's happened. You're getting into your
it is
50s.
happening.
It's like, why are
not
things
your
changing?
fault. It
I'm
is. It's
exercising
the
the same.
aging process.
Yeah.
And also the reduction of hormones.
Got you.
So when your hormones decline or change, you will start storing fat in different places.
don't I
We
know
know
about
it,
it.
don't
Don't
we?
I
We're like, you didn't used to exist there, or
You don't belong there. Thank
in your
you.
20s, if someone said back fat to you, you'd be like, is this a joke?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
That'll never happen to me.
It goes in different places. Yeah, and it's not your fault. It's your change in hormones or your decline in hormones.
Gotcha.
And there is more fat. And it can be more stubborn to move as well. So stay with us if you're having any of those issues.
All right. So the first new product in 8 years, when I say new product from your brand.
Yes.
But you're talking about anti-aging. This is going to reverse.
There is only one way to make your skin cells younger. And you need to listen, because when I talk about a skin cell, I'm talking about you. You know, you are made of trillions of cells. So if you know how to make a cell younger, you know how to make yourself younger. And that's why this is such breakthrough science. And there is only one way to make cells younger, and it is with an enzyme which can be expressed by popping this on topically, which is why we have, such huge accolades and people are really kind of going like cult followers for this product.
Huge,
Yeah.
huge. It's a hero product. It's what we refer to as a hero product when people can't be without it, when they need to stock up. Now, when a new product like this comes out, we saw phenomenal uptake last year, and it's the first time this year that we've had it hit back on the show.
Is,
so it's
yeah.
an incredible opportunity to get that. But it really is about the results. I think we should be showing, everyone out there about the results. Let's have a look at some independent testing, and that's great because you've done your own, but independent testing is really where it really lays.
Yeah,
After
absolutely.
30 days, we're talking about improvements, improved firmness. What about in 28 days? We've got 83% of volunteers. They had lost 1 centimetre on their thighs.
Yeah. And that's kind of like a dress size, or that's fitting into those jeans that you used to love but can no longer fit. And, some people lost up to 3.6 centimetres in 56 days.
I was just going to say, we're going from, my
Massive.
gosh, we are then going up to 3.6 in, where do I sign? This is when I went, I need you in my life. Okay, 28 days, 90% of volunteers had lost, again, another 1 centimetre around their abdomen. And in as much as 56 days, up to 3.8 centimetres. 3.8 centimetres?
On your
It's got to be,
abdomen.
for me, I'm thinking, well, that's more than a belt buckle. That's more than a little
Yes.
belt, that's probably only 2 centimetres. I am having a hallelujah moment.
Yeah.
When I started trying this just before I got married,
Yeah.
I was going, oh my gosh, I wish I'd had this a few months prior, because within a month I noticed.
Yeah.
I felt firmer in my tummy straight away and firmer, my elasticity or my skin elasticity changed dramatically.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I guess that's what is really great backing this up, because you've got the TAM 818 for the skin, but you've got some fat-burning ingredients, which we're going to tell you about soon too. So at the same time as burning the fat, the skin is pinging into place. Microcirculation improved. Within 3 weeks, people were noticing that. Orange peel improved. And if you've got orange peel skin, you know how hard that is to shift and to move. And 100% of volunteers said their skin was firmer and more elastic.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. 67 had a slimming effect on their belly, like what you had, Gabby. So they
Absolutely.
really noticed it. And it reduces fat storage.
Wow.
It also reduces the production of new fat. So this is very clever. We're going to go more in depth with this. I'll tell you about how it works.
Wow.
It mentions here about a neurotransmitter. What you need to know at this point is that it's not uncomfortable. There are some fat-burning products out there that all they do is just heat your skin.
Got you.
To try to, increase circulation.
Got you.
But they're not comfortable, they're not particularly effective, and you don't want to keep on using it.
Got you.
This is much more clever with a neurotransmitter being activated to tell your body to go into fat-burning mode. I'm glad we've got an hour.
Oh my
There
gosh.
is so much in here, and the results are incredible.
Well, that's what it's all about. It's all about the results, but luxury meets, science, luxury skincare, and that's the bit that I love because it doesn't feel like you're doing a treatment. It feels like a luxe spa.
Yeah.
But you talk about epigenetics, and that's
Yes.
something that's just a little bit beyond me. What does it mean?
I do. So we all know what genetics are, and basically it's your DNA. And if you wanted to change your genetics, you can't really do that, right? But epi just means little. So let's say that you look at your DNA like a row of switches.
Yes.
And for health benefits and for visual benefits, some of them you want up, some of them you want down. And when it comes to the gene that ages you, the switch is down.
Right.
So that there is no enzyme being released.
Okay. And does it go down at a certain point in time?
No.
Oh, it's always down.
It's always down.
Aha.
So humans are actually made to, be born and
To
age.
Yes,
We start aging actually from the womb. You know, there are some creatures out there in the world, believe it or not, that have no aging process.
Oh,
Humans do.
okay.
So we are always aging.
Right.
Because the switch is turned off. But epi means that we can play with some little switches. And there is a switch that if you can turn it on, it will release an enzyme that makes the cell younger.
Wow.
And this is the world's first epigenetic skin cream.
World's first. Did you hear? I'll just repeat it in case. The world's first epigenetic skin cream, skin care. But let's hear it from, well, the expert, Dr. Bill Andrews, who his life's work went into discovering this, and he became a Nobel Prize winning, awarded, scientist, so molecular biologist.
Do you know, I have to correct you because he's a stickler for this.
Okay.
He didn't win the Nobel Prize. He triggered the Nobel Prize to be won for something decades earlier, which nobody thought was important. And then Bill came along and proved its importance, and his discovery was touted as the greatest discovery since antibiotics.
Wow.
And it was phenomenal. He won loads of other awards. But he
He's
tells me
incredible.
off if people say it wrong.
Well,
So
he's a very, very, very
amazing.
intelligent man
Yeah.
with a whole lot more knowledge than what I've got to tell you about. So let's take a listen to the expert and hear what he has to say.
We started off with discovering that, as I mentioned, every time our cells divide, our telomeres get shorter, but that's not true in our reproductive cells. Our reproductive cells, cell divides, the telomeres don't get shorter. And we discovered this enzyme called telomerase. Telomerase is produced in our reproductive cells, and what happens every time the cell divides, telomeres do get a little bit shorter, but then telomerase re-lengthens it back to the original length. Long story short, we have found that if we overproduce telomerase in cells, we find that the telomeres actually start getting longer, which was the first hint that we actually had discovered a way to possibly reverse human aging and declining health. So we took this enzyme and we put it into normal skin cells. Remember, it's only produced in reproductive cells, but when we put it in normal skin cells, we found that these cells stopped aging and actually became younger by every method of measurement you can imagine.
One Truth 818. We're talking about anti-aging body cream. Incredible results. It's your opportunity to get yours. The deal today is fantastic. You are getting 25% off. So it's that 150ml body cream for only $156.75. You're saving that just over $52 there, but it gets better. We're sending it out to you free of charge. That's free postage. Just call that number on the bottom of the screen. Go to onetruth818.com.au, hit the QR code and get yours on its way. Because we're talking about that epigenetic skincare. It is bundled up in a luxury delivery. And when I say luxury, the feeling, the texture of it on your skin, those improvements, and that's what we started to see with before and afters. In as little as 3 weeks, but it may be that 56 days, massive results. Skin tightening. Now, this body cream contains TAM818. Now, there is a second active ingredient that packs a punch. Can you tell us about that second ingredient?
I can, and we have got some before and afters here that show what a reduction this can make in fat.
Wow.
Burning.
Wow.
So this is a real fat burning ingredient. It switches on a neurotransmitter, which I mentioned before, called NRG4, and it puts your body into fat burning mode. So if you look at this is a reduction that happened in 56 days. And what I love about this is because some people say, oh, what if they were just exercising and then it's not a real thing? If you look at the right-hand side...
This is the one person who treated one leg and not the other.
Not the other. So it is a legitimate test.
Got you.
So what happened is she lost 2.1 centimetres around that thigh area.
Huge.
You see that purple bit? That is gone. Her whole thigh is reshaped.
Huge.
And on the other side, she's lost 0.5 centimetre. So I would suggest that this volunteer was actually exercising hard. Because we know you don't just lose 0.5 centimetre on your thigh without trying. So she was working out and trying to lose weight.
Gotcha.
She loses 0.5 centimetre. On the leg that she's putting it on, she loses over 4 times as much fat.
Night and day.
Isn't this the helper that you need to actually achieve those goals?
This is the helper that you need. I have used the helper. I swear by the helper. But let's have a look at the abdominals. So what are we looking at here?
So on the left-hand side, and this reduction was in 28 days. You see the purple?
Yes.
That has just melted off.
Wow.
So this volunteer lost 3.5 centimetres
Oh my gosh.
around their midriff. That is a whole dress size, I reckon.
That is.
You know,
Yeah,
you'd
3.5
be
centimetres.
moving down dress sizes. And we do know when your hormones change, this is where you start to store your fat. It appears and you go, what the? That didn't used to be there. Your whole shape changes. So 3.5 centimetres. And in 56 days, the volunteer on the right lost 2.3 centimetres around that belly area. And you can see how they have reshaped their stomach as well.
It's incredible. So losing that fat is one thing, but I've got to say that my skin, the elasticity, felt and looked. It was, for me, it was more about the look. I wanted it to look firmer. I didn't want it to look jiggly, is how I would describe my little chicken arm bits there. I wasn't so worried about the back of my arms. It was there, and for everyone it's different. But here is how you can get yours. Get it home, get it sent home for free, and kick it off. Start that trial. Take a before and after photo. Get out your tape measure, pop it around your thighs, and give that, you know, that reassurance of what is actually happening here, because it happens fast. It's the One Truth 818. It's anti-aging body cream, and the bonus is you're getting a massive 25% off. Now it's for this month only. So it should be, look, you're saving $52.25. It's an incredible saving there, but you are also getting the free delivery. Now, if you are a first purchaser, you get an additional 15% off.
You do. So people who are new to One Truth 818, all you have to do is click a button saying that you'd like to join our VIP email list, and you'll get some information from us. You actually get like pre-launch invitations and special offers that no one else sees. So it's worth signing up for that anyway, even if you're not purchasing this offer, because your first order, whenever it is, you'll get an additional 15% off. And so that means that you'll be able to buy the body cream for only $134 and a few cents. Now, even with the 15% off, you're saving over $50, and we've got Afterpay and Zip. So for under $40 per instalment. So we've really made this really affordable for you to transform your body in a way that you never have been able to before.
Absolutely. The 4 payments make it incredibly affordable. But let's take a listen to Gloria, because the results, they're there, and she is just absolutely loving having purchased this product. We'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm 73 years old, and I was using this body cream. When I first started using it, I really hoped that my neck would shrink and my stomach would shrink, and I think it has. It was very easy to use. I loved it. It felt so nice on your skin, and I'm sure it's done wonders. Oh, that is different. I thought I had lost there. That is fantastic. My neck has got smaller. I've never stuck with a body cream. I can't be bothered usually. But this one really was giving me results, so I stuck to it. And I think my stomach has got smaller. But that definitely shows massive.
It's a totally different shape.
It is. The stomach is just amazing. I love the feel of the cream, and it was so nice smelling. I am absolutely amazed to see the results, especially on my stomach. It's like shrunk so much. Don't do any exercise at all. So it's all cream. I would recommend it to anybody because it really works. And it was absolutely marvelous.
So this is a product that is going to, really give you results in a really short amount of time. It's transformative, but it's luxury skincare. The mild fragrance is something that I love. It smells like you've been to a day spa. The luxury feel of your skin, it's rapidly absorbed. It's not greasy, but it really moisturises your skin instantly to give you that, Rachel described before, a luminosity that you don't often see, or often you'll get a greasy effect or something that doesn't seem to soak in. Your skin just absorbs it. So tell us about this beautiful cream and what other ingredients you've popped in there.
There's so much more that it does because you think you've heard it all because we've talked about the fat burning, we've talked about the circulation, but it does even more. So we have got an increase in circulation as well. We have got that, so not just the fat burning, but it inhibits new fat cells from being produced.
Wow.
So, yeah, and then at the same time, it is increasing circulation. So you can imagine what a triple threat that is. If you're burning fat and then stopping new fat from coming back and also increasing your circulation to help get rid of the fat through the lymphatics, how much more potent that is going to be than trying to reach your weight loss goals without this.
Absolutely incredible. I mean, to have all of that in this simple, easy to use pump pack.
Yeah.
And it's beautifully dispensed, so I'm not having to put, if I've got, it's beautifully dispensed, so it's keeping it really hygienic.
Yeah, and you can just take a little bit,
Correct.
you don't have to take a lot. It's very clever, and you'll buy a cream, sometimes they'll go, oh, it's got collagen and hyaluronic acid in it. We've been smarter, and I've got ingredients in here that stimulate collagen and stimulate hyaluronic acid.
Wow.
So they're always coming from the inside out.
I love that.
So, yeah, it's a smarter way to do it. It is fast penetrating, so literally you can pop your undies on,
Yes.
shove this on your arms or your problem areas or whatever, do a bit on your face, and by the time you're going to put your clothes on, you're fine. It's not a sticky treatment that you're standing there for half an hour.
Agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Waiting to put
and
it
look,
on.
I mean, I use fake tan and stuff like that as well, and I often do wonder and worry, is it going to eat away at it? Because the last thing you want is, if I'm doing the patches
prolong it.
around here,
Yeah.
am I going to end up with different, colour? And it hasn't at all. In fact,
No.
I feel like it's moisturised it so beautifully. I feel like, personally, my tan in a can or my foam tan or whatever it is I'm using, it's lasted so much longer.
Yeah, there's 13 different oils in here.
Oh.
So it's that moisturiser, and they're all ones that do penetrate really quickly, don't stay greasy. However, you're going to keep your tan, natural or not, for looking glowing for longer and keep it on your skin for longer because your skin becomes healthier, of course.
All right, that's all fabulous because that's how it feels and that's how it instantly looks. But back to the science. Can you explain to me how can TAM 818 be anti-aging and be so powerful that it penetrates, gets into the cell?
Yeah, good question. So I talked about switching an enzyme on, which made cells younger. And Dr. Bill Andrews explained that enzyme is called telomerase. So every time a cell divides, telomeres, which are like long extended tails on the end of your DNA, they shorten. And that is the aging process. They'll get so short, the cell can't divide and it dies. So when and if you can switch on that telomerase gene, the telomerase enzyme runs down the length of that telomere and extends the length again. It literally undoes the aging process.
Wow.
And Dr. Bill Andrews made that discovery. That's
Wow.
what he won all his awards for. That's what triggered the Nobel Prize for decades earlier when they discovered telomeres. It really is an amazing discovery. So when you find that out, what do? You spend your entire life trying to figure out how to flick that switch on.
Yes, indeed.
So he spent, at this point, when TAM 818 was discovered, 11 years worth of research, $33 million US dollars.
Wow.
And TAM 818 was the 818,000th molecule that he tested. Right, so...
A lot of testing there.
He was looking to cure aging. He's not in the skincare industry. He's not a scientist hired by a big corporate skincare company to stand in a lab all day long and find something that can make them oodles of money. He is looking for a cure for aging.
Love
and
it.
the strongest thing that he has found to date is TAM 818.
Right here,
That's what
mixed in,
is in
science
here.
or skincare meets science, delivered here by this One Truth. But let's take a little listen and hear a bit more about what Dr. Bill Andrews has to say.
Well, we've been working now since 1999. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to look for chemicals and natural products and practically anything that will get inside of human cells in a petri dish and turn on the gene for telomerase. We have tested, well, we first developed a very high throughput screening assay that we could test cells with, so we can test like 4,000 different chemicals a day, looking for something that would, when added to human cells in a petri dish, and then let the cells incubate for 24 hours, then the next day break open the cells and ask did those cells produce telomerase. We have an assay that allows us to do this 4,000 times a day, all robotic and stuff. And so we started testing all kinds of chemicals at random. We tested over 300,000 different chemicals, actually found 900 of them would actually induce the production of telomerase at low levels. And we were able to then look at the structures of all these chemicals, or at least our medicinal chemists looked at the structures of all these chemicals. In a very short period of time, we ended up finding stuff that, at least one chemical that was 16%. We found a lot that were like 10%, 12%, well, one was 16% of what we need, and we called that TAM 818, telomerase activating molecule 818. And that's our strongest, in fact, it's the strongest chemical on the planet right now for inducing telomerase.
TAM 818, an incredible discovery, all bundled up here into this beautiful, beautiful skincare that gives you results. Rachel, what sort of ingredients are we talking about apart from TAM 818, which is the magic?
Everything that you would expect from me. You know, you can't have a cult product like the serum on the market and come up with something that is anything less than phenomenal. So there are loads of active ingredients in this, actually. We've got TAM 818, the world's strongest telomerase activating molecule. You just heard about it from Dr. Bill Andrews and straight from his mouth too. And then we have actually got the extracts of the milk thistle and the bearberry.
Wow.
Combined, they make an ingredient called Silstem U, and that is the fat-burning magic.
Oh.
Proven.
Ooh.
Independently, not by us. Centella asiatica, I love this ingredient. It's actually so good that in France they call it a plant-based medicine because
Wow.
it's really effective. It improves circulation, it improves cellulite, it helps firm, helps with orange peel and collagen stimulation rather than just slapping collagen on the outside of your skin.
Gotcha.
Caffeine helps with the photoaging and those age spots that might be coming up.
Okay.
Horse chestnut, again, that helps with microcirculation. And then you've got phytoglycogens, which are basically amazing plant hydrating ingredients.
Right.
But they also energize the mitochondria, which is the battery in your cells. So if you think that the skin is just looking old
Yeah.
and under-energized,
Yes, I'm thinking that
this
was me.
can really energize it. Now, those oils I was talking about, some of them, we've got macadamia, broccoli seed, subaku, moringa, daikon radish seed oil, argan, inky, rosehip and rapeseed. Now, lots of these oils, I've chosen them because studies show they actually help prolong the length of telomeres.
Oh.
So it's not just about, although they do, beautiful oils on the skin.
They're working they're working together.
100% in the
Beautiful.
synergy of that. And then the butters, the mango seed butters, shea butter. It is just divine. So you're going to get vitamins, omegas, plant phospholipids. The fragrance you spoke about,
Oh,
it's
it's
Cosmos approved. It's completely natural.
Oh, it's beautiful. I can tell
Yeah.
because I'm very hypersensitive
You
to
are.
artificial, very...
Because you weren't sure at first.
I
You were
wasn't
like,
sure.
oh, is it fragrance
Yes.
nice? It's got
Yes.
mandarin and blackcurrant, but it's totally natural.
It's-
Over 95% natural ingredients.
I keep
in
doing
the whole
this.
thing.
I
She
keep
is.
doing that and
Even when there's a video, Gabby's standing here sniffing her hands.
It's just, it feels luxurious. It is luxurious, but it's science meets skincare, and the point of difference. This is the big difference. This is the opportunity for you to get yours delivered for free. It is 25% off. You've got $156.75 that you can pay off in 4-part payments. It's a really simple system. It's the first time you've used this brand. Jump online, join, and you'll get it for $134.08. Now, get onto onetruth818.com.au, go to the 1-800 number there, scan the QR code, but make sure you get yours today because this is a product that is really having a huge cult following because of the reviews, because of the results, because of the fact that it's got the same amount of the active ingredient that's in the serum and the atomizer that so many people around the globe are using and loving. So many celebrities around the globe that are using and loving. It's for the ladies, it's for the gents. It doesn't matter if you've had, other skincare systems that you're using with it, right?
Yeah, it sits alongside. I mean, you wouldn't need anything else with this. This is all you're going to need. I spoke, you talked about around the globe. I've got a presenter in the UK that I work with, and she was spending 150 quid on a cellulite cream and another 100 on a body firming cream. And she was like, wait, so this is firming skin and burning cellulite. And she also really spoke about the discomfort of her £150.
Wow.
How much is that in Australian dollars?
Like, a lot of money.
How it burnt and was really uncomfortable and didn't even really work properly. This is so easy to use. So you've got your pump here. So you can do a full pump or you can do a half pump, or I'm just going to do a full pump there, and then you take it off. So that's completely clean there.
Beautiful.
And you haven't put your fingers into a pot or anything like that because that's really unhygienic, actually.
Can contaminate what's in there.
It can.
And also it's exposed to the air and all the elements. A little bit, Rachel, goes a long way. I mean, you've used that whole pump on your arm there. I found I was doing one pump and splitting it. So I was just doing under my arms there and under my arm. One pump for me was, and I was doing it twice a day.
Yeah. So I will, if I'm just doing from my elbows up, which is an area that I like to work on.
Yes.
I will just take half a pump.
Gotcha.
But I've just done my whole arms for you.
Yes,
with one pump. And then the other bit, so this is my typical thing, is to do these bits here. The other bit is I take a little bit, like a tiny little bit.
Yes.
And I'm not going to do it today because I'm wearing makeup, but I take this and I just put it on my little gobble.
Gotcha.
My little turkey gobble under here. And I'll tell you why I only put it on this bit. I don't want you putting this all over your face.
Why is that?
Because some people do go, but it's a bit cheaper than the serum. The thing is, it has such strong fat burning qualities.
Right.
And fat from your face is something that you lose as you age. You want to hold on to as much chubbiness as possible.
Okay.
So, like we saw Gloria before, she was using it just on her sort of neck area, which was carrying
and
extra
her tummy,
fat.
I think she did on her tummy as well. Yeah.
But she was not putting it on her face.
Okay, so just on the neck area. And look, let's take a little listen to Gloria again. No, we're going to listen to Gail, sorry. We're going to have a little listen. We're going to read Gail's review because Gail has, she's so excited about it. She's written in, so let's hear what she has to say.
Cool. Gail says, I received this a few days ago, and on the second day of using it, I can definitely see a difference in the texture of my skin. 2 days.
Wow.
I'm only using it once a day, so if I used it twice, wow, what a difference it could make. So very happy. Will definitely purchase again, and she has. This is just the first review she's written, actually. Actually looking on the web now to see if I can get any more. Highly recommend it. So Gail got results really, really quickly.
Gail, now's your chance. It's this month. It's 25% off. Get onto that 1-800-000-818. What does Dawn think?
Dawn says, I love the 818 range. Best products I've ever used. Friends have noticed a real difference to my skin. Definitely helping to tone after my weight loss.
Oh, interesting.
And actually, I agree. I've lost a little bit of weight as well too.
Yes.
And that's why I'm like, do you know what? Arms can get saggy.
Skin
I was like, I'm coming
changes.
on with my arms because they're not saggy.
And your skin, you actually look like you've been at the gym doing weights and stuff like this.
Yeah.
And you look like you actually look like you look like you're a super fit lady. But I've got to say that at a certain age, when you do lose weight, it's normally hard to get your skin tone right.
It is. Yeah, it is. And, that was something I was really aware of. So right at the very beginning of focusing on, moving more and eating a little bit better,
This is where...
Oh, I was 100% using this from the very beginning because
Love
I
that.
thought, you know what, I'm 50.
Okay, so let's just say that I was conscious of around here. I know obviously tummy is a big one for some people. Arms is another one for ladies. I don't know so much about the fellas, but ladies, we're sort of conscious of our arms, particularly with certain summertime outfits and sleeveless things.
Yeah.
But what about the good old swimsuit? What about the bot? What?
Yeah,
what need to
definitely
tone
the
up
bum,
there? Because
definitely the hangover. And, you know,
Right.
men sometimes aren't hung up on their arms, but they will carry more belly fat as they age as well, you know.
Yeah.
They'll definitely start storing it there and it's really unhealthy.
Okay, so you might want to hide this for all the ladies that may have a fella that's looking to take some. Keep it in the, you know, the bottom drawer of the vanity there, because it is going to work wonders for the ladies, for the fellas, for the arms, you know, for the stomach, for the back, for the
Yes.
backside. But let's have a look at another review, because the results are really where we're getting that incredible enthusiasm for the brand.
Oh, I tell you. So Ordell says this cream works wonders. My thighs have benefited from this a whole lot. The lumpy bumpy are going very rapidly thanks to this wonderful cream. This is my third one. So she's seeing such results that she is coming back again and again and again. And Yvonne says this cream is expensive, but it really does work. I would recommend it to anyone.
If it really does work, and it's so simple and so luxurious, and a little bit goes a long way, I'll ask you this, is it really that expensive? We're talking about the opportunity to get 25% off here today and free delivery. And if you're a first-time user, join the club, join the group, and you'll get an additional 15% off. So we're talking about One Truth 818. It's anti-aging meets luxury skincare. We're talking about a massive 25% off. And if you get that 4-part payments, it really brings it down to a very
easy.
affordable, you know, payment system. Today with the 25% off, it's $156.75. You're saving $52.25. And if you're a first-time user, $134.08. A little bit goes a long way with free delivery. Get onto onetruth818.com.au, scan the QR, or call 1-800-000-818. But it's all about results. It's all about rapid results. But it's all about science meets skincare. But what about customers who are getting compliments from their partners, getting compliments from their workmates? People are noticing. Let's take a listen to Ange.
Hi, I'm Angie. I'm 49 years old and I've been using the body cream for 8 weeks. I found it really easy to use the body cream. It was easy to get into a routine as well, first thing in the morning and late at night before getting into bed. It was really easily absorbed. My favourite thing would be, apart from obviously the visual impact that I noticed, was actually the hydration. My skin felt hydrated in the morning after the application at night. It was quite defeating putting in the effort at the gym but not actually seeing the visual results. So having this to enhance it just made it a lot more easier to get into that routine of using it, and it was very empowering. So I didn't tell my husband that I was involved with using the body cream. I wanted to make sure that any impacts that he saw was actually an organic reaction rather than him sort of being swayed by knowing and making a comment. So for him to notice without knowing the reason why, it just made it seem a lot more natural that it was actually working. Quite proud of myself for sticking with it and trusting the process. I'm really impressed with my results, and it gives me that little extra push to just keep on going, keep using it. I'd 100% recommend it to friends and family. So that's what he was noticing. Having someone comment on the appearance but not knowing what the reason behind it was, so I knew that it was actually working.
I noticed, I could see the difference in those photos. You could actually feel that little bit of, joy that you get when you do get a compliment, when things are working the way you want them to work, right? So what are the ingredients, or what's in it that's making the orange peel and the texture and the better shape, the less muffin top? How's it happening in just 8 weeks?
It's the fat burning qualities, it's and the circulation being increased as well. I mean, it's a combination of everything, really. This is really a multifunctional powerhouse. And you can see with Angie, she's not hanging over those
No
trousers
way.
anymore.
Nowhere
She said
near.
she could feel it, like when she was washing in the shower and all that kind of stuff. And that when she was like twisting her hand round to put it on her back, it got easier and easier.
How great.
She could feel a difference. But the fact that she didn't tell her husband that she was doing this trial for us, and he said, "What are you doing?"
How
It feels good.
great.
So she loved it. But we know that bra, this is the back fat. That, you know, if you got told about 20 years ago, you'd go, what?
That'll
What's
never
back
happen
fat?
to me, you know.
And look at the reduction here. Now, I know Angie works out and goes to the gym a lot. She couldn't budge this
Gotcha.
without the One Truth 818
Incredible.
cream.
And look, it doesn't heat up. If you've tried other creams that have sort of, you know, maybe given you promises that haven't delivered, this is a completely different system. Have a look at the difference in what we'll call the orange peel effect. I can see it looks smoother.
Yeah.
Her skin looks more toned.
Yeah.
It just visibly looks like, well, she's done something. What's been going on? What
It
have you
has.
done? Have you
And
been exercising? Have you gone to the gym?
Yeah, the shadows there are because, for example, her bottom was larger.
Wow.
It was hanging over more.
Wow.
You know, the indentation in that cellulite there, it was larger. It was more pronounced.
8 weeks. Have your shower, dry off, or first thing of a morning before you get dressed, pop it on. Easy, simple system. Your skin feels luxe. You don't feel like you're sort of using it. It just feels like you're treating your skin. Have a look at the difference in Gloria. I mean,
Yeah.
she was thrilled with the results.
She noticed a big difference too. You know, imagine you're just rubbing a cream on and 2 months later you think, oh my gosh, this problem area that has irked me for so long
Yes.
has
Yes.
changed. And that's really what we're talking about a transformation, which is why I've synergized so many ingredients to help with what happens when your body ages.
When your body ages, things change. It may be that you are fit and your skin tones change. What about, like, again, it's that it dreaded, it happens to most people, it's that back fat, which is a really hard spot to target.
It's really hard to target. How do you even work your back out? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's very difficult. And so to be able to decrease this back fat without, and Dom wasn't exercising. You're going to meet her soon.
Okay.
So this was just the body cream. No exercising here involved whatsoever. And there are a lot of people out there who cannot exercise for various reasons,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be putting on the extra fat. So this is a body cream for you. It's not just about the gym bunnies or the people who are out in their bikinis wanting to show it off. It's about feeling better within yourself, or like we've just seen here, people who can't exercise
Yes.
but don't want to get larger.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
who are exercising their butts off but not seeing the results. You know, this is for such a wide range of people for the areas that are causing you
bit of grief.
annoyance.
A bit annoyance.
Annoyance.
But what you will notice is the feel of your skin, the look of your skin.
The dewiness.
Instantly for me, instantly. But we're going to be back in a moment to talk a little bit more about this incredible product. We're going to hear some more results.
One Truth 818 is revolutionising the world of skincare. It contains TAM 818, the most expensive active ingredient in the world that is patented and exclusive to One Truth 818. Independent clinical trials in Italy showed reversals of the major signs of aging on 100 volunteers in as little as 2 weeks. 11 years of research and $33 million invested by award-winning microbiologist Dr. Bill Andrews, PhD, and his team at Sierra Sciences led to the discovery of the TAM 818 molecule. This active ingredient is the strongest of over 350,000 other compounds tested. It's so powerful that it's scientifically proven in vitro to slow down the aging process. The discovery of telomeres, the protective caps of our chromosomes that shorten as we age, redefined the aging process and was awarded a Nobel Prize in Physiology. Dr. Bill Andrews then went on to discover human telomerase, the enzyme that re-lengthens telomeres and reverses and stops the aging process. One Truth 818 is the only skincare system in the world using TAM 818 and endorsed by Dr. Andrews. It was created by Rachel Degar, a skin expert who many are calling the pioneer of epigenetic skincare. She is credited for her work in conducting the largest ever topical telomerase activation studies. It's time to discover One Truth 818, stemming from Nobel Prize-winning science, and treat your skin like never before. Verse, correct, and prevent with One Truth 818, the world's biggest scientific skincare breakthrough.
But it was just so easy, face, then body, and done. I love the feel of the cream. I'm really impressed with my results, and it gives me that little extra push to just keep on going.
I really hope that my neck would shrink and my stomach would shrink. And I think it has.
I just lost fat on my worst areas by watching Netflix.
Stop the appearance of aging in its tracks.
If you've just joined us, we're talking about the world's first body cream powered by groundbreaking TAM 818. Now, TAM 818 isn't just another ingredient. It's backed by $33 million in research, 11 years of scientific investigation and Nobel Prize-winning science. And, unsurprisingly, your response has been phenomenal. You've been seeing and feeling the results, right? We're talking tighter, lighter, firmer-looking arms, smoother thighs, improved elasticity where you thought it was gone, and an even visibly slimming effect on the abdomen. Thank you very much. This is truly next-level, clinically proven body care. It's a lush, vitamin-rich, omega-packed, antioxidant-loaded cream that goes far beyond ordinary skincare. There's no better partner for your body-shaping goals than One Truth 818. Rachel, we are talking about groundbreaking technology of the telomere.
Yes.
That once it's converted, it goes into telomerase. Is that
so? Telomeres shorten every time a cell divides. So that's your new mantra for your face, for your body, for the skin, everywhere. Is that every time a cell divides, it ages. So the only way you can actually have younger skin is by making that telomere longer again. And TAM 818 has got the world's strongest telomerase activating molecule ever discovered. So it switches that gene on, its epigenetics, to re-lengthen that telomere and make your skin cells younger again.
I love that. And look, let's hear from Dom because she's discovered it. She's discovered the One Truth 818, the power. We'll be back in a moment after we hear from Dom.
Hi, I'm Dom. I am 44 years old and I've been using the body cream for the last 8 weeks. I've not been exercising. I had toe surgery a month ago, so for the last month I've not done any exercise at all, so I was hesitant that I have actually lost any of that weight in that area particularly. I felt like I've noticed a difference on the bra fat area specifically. That is the easiest area for me to see myself, but I do feel like that was less than what it was a couple of months ago. I think the hydration of my skin, I noticed that change about a month in, and a couple of weeks after that I started feeling like I was less plump in those areas, which is what we want. I love just how easy it was. I'm not a very good routine person, so I had to try to get into a routine to put it on twice a day. But it was just so easy, face, then body, and done. Oh wow, oh yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like an inch.
That's so cool.
And look how deep this is here with the shadow.
Yeah. So keep using it to lose some more.
Honestly, you've lost all of this fat without exercising.
Yeah, I honestly haven't exercised in the last month at all. Just by watching Netflix. I just lost fat on my worst areas by watching Netflix. It was super easy to use, twice a day. I 100% would recommend this body cream for anybody. It tightens your skin, hydrates, and as we can see, your fat melts away as well.
You heard it from Dom. She was glowing, she was gleaming. It's your opportunity to get the One Truth 818. It's your chance to get it home. It is the anti-aging, it is the body cream bonus. You're getting a massive 25% off. Don't delay. Get on the phone, 1-800-000-818 for $156, 4 easy part payments, or if you join the club, you get it down to $134. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for bringing us such a beautiful product. What are you waiting for? Try yours now. Be like Dom. Take a before and after photo, and why not get those benefits? Bye now.